Welcome back to our Python series. In today's video, we'll be focusing on one of the most essential data types in programming, that is strings. Strings allow you to work with text, whether it's names, messages, or any other kind of text-based data. By the end of this video, you'll be able to create strings, manipulate them using different operations and methods, and format them in flexible ways. Strings are at the heart of most applications, so mastering them will give you a strong foundation for working with data. Let's jump in. First, let's start with the basics. What are strings? In Python, a string is a sequence of characters and we use them to represent text. You can create a string by enclosing characters in either single quotes or double quotes. Both of these work the same way in Python and you can choose whichever you prefer. Here's an example using single quotes. Greeting equal to hello world. Using double quotes, farewell equal to goodbye. Both of these are valid ways to create strings. One key point to remember: if your string contains a single quote, you might want to use double quotes around the string and vice versa to avoid errors. For example, sentence "It's a beautiful day." If you use single quotes around that, Python would get confused because it wouldn't know where the string ends. So keep this in mind when choosing between single and double quotes. Now that we know how to create strings, let's explore some basic string operations. First is concatenation. Concatenation is simply the process of combining two or more strings together. In Python, you can concatenate strings using the addition operator. Here's an example. First name equal to John and last name equal to Doe, then full name equal to first name plus space plus name, then print full name. In this example, we're combining the first name, a space, and the last name to form the full name. Second is repetition. You can repeat a string multiple times using the asterisk operator. For example, laughter equal to ha multiply 3, then print laughter. This repeats the string ha 3 times, creating haha. Third is accessing string characters. Strings in Python are indexed, meaning each character has a position or index starting from 0. You can access individual characters using square brackets. For example, word equal to Python, then print word 0 and print word 5. In this example, word 0 gives us the first character P and word 5 gives us the last character N. Remember that Python uses zero-based indexing. So the first character of a string is at index 0, the second at index 1, and so on. Python provides several built-in methods to manipulate strings. These methods are really powerful and make working with text super easy. Let's go over some of the most commonly used string methods. Upper and lower methods. These methods convert a string to uppercase or lowercase. Text hello world, then print text dot upper and print text dot lower. Strip method. The strip method removes any white space from the beginning and end of the string. This is useful when dealing with user input. Text equal to hello world. Then print text dot strip. Replace method. The replace method replaces the specified substring with another substring. Here's an example. Text equal to I love apples, then print text dot replace apples, bananas. Split method. The split method splits a string into a list of substrings based on a specified delimiter. By default, it splits on spaces. Text equal to hello world and words equal to text dot split. Join method. The join method is the opposite of split method. It joins elements of a list into a single string. Words equal to hello world and sentence equal to dot join words, then print sentence. String methods are incredibly useful for cleaning, formatting, and transforming text data. Practice using these to get comfortable manipulating strings. Next, talk about string formatting. Formatting allows you to embed variables or expressions inside a string in a readable and flexible way. Python provides several ways to format strings, and we'll cover three popular ones: fstrings, the format method, and the percent operator. Fstrings. Fstrings are the most modern and preferred way to format strings in Python. You simply prefix the string with an F and then you can include variables or expressions inside curly braces. Name equal to Alice, age equal to 30. Then printf my name is curly braces name and I am curly braces age years old dot. The output will be my name is Alice and I am 30 years old. With F strings, you can also perform expressions directly inside the curly braces. Format method. The format method works similarly, but it's a bit more verbose. You use placeholders and call the format method with the values to replace the placeholders. Name Bob. Age 25. Print my name is curly braces and I am curly braces years old dot format name comma age. The output will be my name is Bob and I am 25 years old. The percent operator. The percent operator is an older method for formatting strings, and while it's less common nowadays, you might still see it in older code. Name equal to Charlie. Age equal to 28. Print my name is percent %s and I am percent %d years old percent name comma age. Here percent %s is used for strings and percent %d is used for integers. This method is less flexible than def strings or format, but it's good to be familiar with it. Let's see a real-world example where you might use string formatting. Say you want to print a message displaying someone's name, age, and favorite color. Name equal to Sarah. Age equal to 27. Color equal to blue. Printf curly braces name is curly braces age years old and loves the color. Curly braces color. Using F strings, this is quick and easy to do. And the result is Sarah is 27 years old and loves the color blue. Alright, let's quickly recap what we covered today. We learned about the basics of creating strings and using single versus double quotes, string operations like concatenation, repetition, and accessing characters. Useful string methods such as upper, lower, strip, and replace. String formatting using F strings, the format method, and the percent operator. Understanding and working with strings is fundamental to many aspects of programming, especially when dealing with user input files or any text data. Be sure to practice what we've covered today by experimenting with string operations and methods in your own code. In the next video, we'll dive into lists, which will help you manipulate collections of data in Python. Thanks for watching and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video.